Good afternoon. I'm going to talk to you about how to search the Cline Library for your Justice 120 assignment so that you can better utilize the Cline Library. Hi, I am Amy Quinn, and I am the Yuma campus librarian, and I'm here to help you with any questions you might have in any of your courses. And I'm just one of the many librarians available to you. I am the only librarian for the Yuma campus, but I also work very closely with all the librarians at the Cline Library. So first of all, you should be able to see I'm on the Cline Library website, and there is a quick search bar that I am circling right now with my mouse. Just for those of you who've not been to the Cline Library or not been on this website, it's very easy to get to by going to the quick links and then over here to library. Or if you like to type in the URL, it is nau.edu/library. You all, just to give you a feel for the what's available here, you can get to today's hours of when the Cline Library is open, or you can find help at any time, with the exception of after midnight on Friday. It's only after I believe it's 10 o'clock on Saturday, and then not until again noon on Sunday. Other than that, they're open, not quite 24/7, but from noon till like 10 o'clock on Friday, and then again Saturday during the day, and then Sunday. So most of the hours when classes are in session. You can get us by chat, phone number, email, or you can meet with a librarian. And when you click on that, you can schedule an appointment. You can select by your subject. So in justice studies, or you can go to criminology, or I was going to say political science, but criminologies and criminal justice, and you'll get Amy Hughes, who is up in Flagstaff. Or if you go all the way down to the very bottom to Yuma campus, why didn't that work? You will get me. So, and this is how you get a hold of me, and you can click on schedule an appointment with me, and you'll get the dates and times. So I have 2 appointments left today that are available. And if you go to tomorrow, you'll see I have more time. And then if you go to the next month on the 1st, you'll see what dates and times I have available, and you can schedule an appointment. I can meet with you either in person, by Zoom. We can set up an appointment if none of the times available. Say if you need to meet with me on a Saturday or a Sunday, I can certainly make exceptions for that time. So I'm going to go back to the library home. I just wanted you to know how you can get a hold of a librarian. So getting back to your assignment, you're supposed to do an online search for a peer-reviewed article on community-based policing. So I'm going to type in community-based, I can't talk and type, policing. And let's just start with that. The other thing is your professor put in keywords UCR and NCVS. I hope that you know that UCR is the Uniform Crime Reports, and NCVS is the National Criminal Victimization Survey. Just so you know a little bit about me, my area of expertise is government information. I have worked for many, many years with the FBI and with the CIA and with many law enforcement agencies around the world. Well, yes, around the world. I've worked with those in Europe and in Canada, and some within Africa, but primarily here in the United States. So I know a little bit about criminology and law enforcement. So if you look at this search, it immediately came up with 146,530 results. That's a lot of material to sort through. I'm not going to say they're all articles, because this first one is a peer-reviewed article. We know it's peer-reviewed because it says it's peer-reviewed. It's also got this peer review symbol. But the second one is a book. And your professor specifically goes down that it wants it to filter your search to peer-reviewed full-text articles. So what is full text? Well, this first one says it's full text because it gives you that full text link. Also here in green, it's giving you the choice of looking at it in either PDF or HTML through Access Online. But over here on the left, it's giving you your active filters. Now, I have not added any kind of additional terms like the Uniform Crime Reports or in CVS. If you added those terms like UCR, you're probably not going to find too much with that. It limited it down to just 19 from that 146,000 by not too much, because UCR is an abbreviation. If you spelled out Uniform Crime Reports, you'll get a different results than just UCR. So if we type in uniform, see, I can't talk and type, Uniform Crime Reports. And again, I am searching everything. We got 35 as opposed to 19. Now, by searching everything, I can change this drop down to just articles. And that's going to get rid of all the books. It's going to get rid of all the reports. It's going to get rid of all the government documents, any maps or anything else. It's just going to tell me it's going to be reports. Now, if we go over here, I can then change it to just peer-reviewed reports. And I can just also change it to just full text online, but I don't want to do that because open access reports, articles may be interesting. See, that only removed one article by changing it to peer reviewed. By changing it to article, typically almost always gives it, and I'm going to change it back to articles. By changing it to articles always takes it to primarily peer-reviewed or scholarly articles. So if you look at this, we can say that we now have community-based, see, and I have policy, not policing. So you can't talk and type. Now that brings it down to 12 results. That's much better. So the impact of community policing on crime rates. Does the effect of community policing differ in large and small law enforcement agencies? So if we click on this title, you're going to get your full citation right here. So this is the title of the article. These are your authors. This is the name of your journal, the year it was published, the volume, the issue, the page number. So all of that makes up your citation. Within the send to, you're going to be able to get different things. You can export it to Excel if you want. You can create your own bibliography using Mendeley, which is a bibliographic reference tool. We'll go over this citation in just a minute. You can print out this record. It doesn't print out the entire article. You have to be actually in the article to do that, to print out the article. Permalink means it'll give you just the link to this article. You can email this information to you, and these are all different ways to, like Mendeley, to export the information to you. Over on the right will give you related articles. So if you're creating a bibliography for writing a paper, this will give you related information. Down here gives you where to access the actual full text of the article, but further down is going to give you more information. Anything that's a hot link, like the author's names or the subjects, will tell you specifically something you can click to find more information about that specific subject. But further down is a description, or what is known as an abstract, to tell you what is this article about. When your professor says that they wants you to skim the article, it wants you to look through them to see what looks interesting. It is here that you're going to find the Uniform Crime Report, where we found that information, as well as where we found community policing. So you can see here where those terms came up, and then it's going to give you more information. So if you're interested in this article, you can click on getting the article here from EBSCOhost, which is one of our vendors, and it's going to bring you to the content, and you'll see that it's dropped down and it brought me the full text of the article actually to my other screen, which is how I have it set up. So here is the full text of that article, and it downloaded as a PDF. So here is that description again as the abstract. It's telling me here is all that citation information again, the title, it's telling me it's a research article, who are the authors, the journal name, Police Practice and Research, the year of publication, the volume, the issue number, the dates, and it's adding your DOI. This is important if you have to do what's called an APA reference at some point for your bibliography. Just let me tell you, reading a research article is not like reading a magazine article, like something like Rolling Stone or People or something like that. It's not something you just read page by page. It's something that takes a little bit of intentionality. You don't just read it cover to cover. I always suggest you start with the abstract and then look at the references at the very end, and then look at their conclusion, and then go through. Your professors may have a different way of looking at it, but reading a research article takes some thought and deliberation. It is as you are building your expertise in the area, because it's going to give you, I'm going to bring this down to 100%, a lot of information packed into it. So it's starting out with an introduction. It's going to give you some background reading that they have done. So this is like a literature review, going over who they have cited. I hope I'm not making you sick as I scroll through this a little bit. And then it's going to tell you all the different methodology as they work through how they came up with why they tried to study what they studied. And then it's going to give you the data analysis from their study, the results of their study. A lot of data is presented typically in a research article. And then it's going to give you what they found as not only the results, but what they concluded from their literature review, their research study, and their examination, their analysis of their research. And then at the very end are their notes and their reference list. When you're doing research, their references are going to help you decide and learn who else are experts in their field. From this point forward, you are becoming an expert in your own field. So this is a good way for you to learn how to become, a researcher and build. Every paper from now on, you're becoming your own expert. You're becoming more and more integral into your profession. Please feel free to ask me any questions. That's a very fast way of looking at articles. I'm going back so you can see what would happen if I added also, instead of uniform crime reports, if I added National Criminal Victimization Survey. So I put an NCVS. I only get one article with just that abbreviation, Killing Barney Fife, but it's still a peer-reviewed article, and it's on the influence of police militarization. It's a very interesting article. I've read this one. It's from the Homeland Security Affairs Journal, published in 2015. It's something just to look at. But if we go back to our search by closing this out and putting it, actually spelling out national, see, I can't talk and type, National Criminal Victimization Survey. I then get, instead of one, I get 4 different articles. Now notice I'm still in articles. I didn't come back here to change dates. I didn't have to change to peer reviewed. All of these that are coming up are peer reviewed articles. So this might be something very interesting. the Mexican War on Organized Crime, for example. Another very, very interesting article. Okay. Again, my name is Amy. That's what I really want you to remember. I'm here to help you. You can get a hold of me at the Yuma Campus Library. I'm the only Amy here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so you can see me. And that is all I have for you right now. Thank you very much.